Okay, now that you have all of this open, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to do the blogging step by step. So you might want to minimize your Excel file, and if you happen to not have the Excel program, you can actually download the Microsoft Excel Starter 2010 for free, and then you could actually have them open on your computer with those. Or alternately, you could always copy this box out and put it into a notepad file so that it is right in front of you when you're doing the blogging. Because each of these tabs below, okay, I'm going to be going through all of these tabs with you right now and explaining to you how to use these. At the same time, I'm going to show you how to do the blogging, okay? So you should have all these files open now, and you should be on the page right now with my blog and add a new post. I like to use the advanced mode, okay? But if you are more comfortable using the easy mode, go ahead and use easy mode. But I like to get out of easy mode and go into the advanced mode. You might want to do that as well. You're going to go and click on Add New. Okay, so you should be looking at a new blog post open in front of you right now. I'm just going to pause this for a second. I'll come right back, make sure all of those are open. Okay, let's continue now. What you need to do first of all is you want to make sure that you have your Excel file accessible, and you're going to start with the SEO blogging. This is the first technique I'm going to teach you. All of the steps for the viral blogging method are included in the steps for the SEO method. The only difference is there's a few steps removed when you're doing the viral blogging method. So make sure that you understand everything, that you have everything open from the instructional tab. So make sure that you put your name in here. So I'm going to put my name, Don Cox. And then I'm going to put my customer name, which is myself, Don Cox. You're going to be putting those in these tabs. So you're going to click on here, then enter your information in here. Okay, so it's going to be Don Cox. Then you're going to enter the same thing there. All right. I'm going to undo that because this is the file I'm going to be sending you. Make sure that you have your video playing right now. So you should have your video playing in the background. Maybe you don't have to see what I'm doing to understand what I'm doing, or if you're watching, I'm going to go slow enough so that you can do everything step by step and do everything in the right order and in the right way. So the first thing that you have to do once you have all of this open is you're going to go to this tab, and you're going to start with the very first step, which is copy the title from a top ranked news article. Okay, so you're going to go to alexa.com, and you're going to be on the tab called What's Hot. You're going to go down to the bottom, and you're going to be selecting some of the top content of the day. I've already copied a few of these today, so I'm just going to go on to another one down here, and let's see if I can find one that's appropriate. I'm going to look for one right now, and I'll be right back. Okay, I found an appropriate article to demonstrate with, which is this one here, Man Finds 1.2 Carat Diamond. And again, you're going to be at the What's Hot, and you're going to be selecting one of these articles by clicking on the title, and you're going to copy the title. Okay, so the first step you have to do is copy the title. You're going to be pasting the title into the title bar, which is this top bar at the top. Now, the way that I copy, and I'm not going to describe this every time, is you right click. Once you have it highlighted, which is you use your left click, you click down, you hold it, and then you scroll up, you scroll across or up, depends where you start clicking. If you click here, you're going to scroll down. If you click down here, you're going to scroll up. So you just highlight it and then right click on it and copy. To paste something, you simply right click where the cursor is. It'll bring up this menu. Then you select paste. All right. Now you're going to paste this into Twitter. You're going to search. You're going to paste this into YouTube. And you're going to search. Okay. You may not find a video, but we'll get to that in a moment. All right. So now we're going to go back to the article. We need to select an image. So we're going to copy this image right here. You need to make sure you copy the images from the articles, because if you don't, the images will be too big. To insert an image into the WordPress blog that you have open, all you have to do is click on this Upload Insert button. It's going to open up a pop-up. On the pop-up, there's 3 tabs: From Computer, From URL, Media Library. You're going to be using the From URL tab all of the time. You're going to be pasting the URL for this picture that you've already copied. Remember, I went over here and I right-clicked on the image, and then I went Copy URL, and we go back here and we click on this box, the URL box, and I'm going to right-click on it and paste it in there. Left-click on the box, link image to, right-click, paste. I'm going to click Link to Image, and then I'm going to click Left, and then I'm going to click Insert into Post. All right. The next thing that we have to do, and you could follow along if you have your Excel file open, we've done the first 2 steps. The next step is copy a sentence or copy a different sentence from the template and sign it. So I spelled this word wrong. I apologize for that. Now, remember I sent you a file called Sentence Template? You're going to open up that file, and you notice at the top it says Opening Sentences, Closing Sentences. Okay? I have enough sentences here that are written differently enough that you should have a different sentence for every blog. All right, so you're going to have a different opening sentence and a different closing sentence for every blog post that you do. You don't use the same sentence for different blog posts. It has to be a different sentence for every blog post that you do. I'm going to just select this one because it's easy. It's right there. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back to my blog, and I'm going to paste this right at the top here. Okay. Now you notice that I'm trying to click to paste and won't let me paste. What you have to do then is go to the HTML tab and click on it. You're going to be using both of these tabs. HTML is for HTML code only. All right. Visual tab is when you want to look at what you're putting into the blog post. You could do everything from the HTML tab if you're comfortable with it, but sometimes you need to use the Visual tab to see what you're doing to make sure that it looks right. In this case, you're going to have to start out with the HTML tab because that's the one that has the HTML for the picture. If you don't, you won't be able to paste the text that you copied from the file into the blog post. So what you do is go into the HTML tab, click on it, then insert a line or 2 right after the picture. Then you're going to right click on where the cursor is. You're going to right click on it and then paste that sentence into the blog post. All right, now you're going to go over to the visual, and you see how it shows up. All right, now we can post more information in here. You're going to put a line down. Okay, so just put a line in between this sentence, and you're going to now remember the next step is copy 40% of the news item with the reference in block quotes. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. 40% of the news article. You're going to go back to the news article and you're going to copy 40% of the news article. I would say it's probably about that much information. You're going to right-click on what you've highlighted, and then when you right-click on it, you're going to left-click copy that. Okay, so right-click, copy. You're going to go back to your post, and you're going to right-click where the cursor is and paste it in. All right. Now, you need to put everything in block quotes, and the reason you're doing that is because you borrowed this information. You didn't write it, you borrowed it. Okay? So you have to put this in block quotes. To put something in block quotes, you simply highlight it and then you click this quote button right here. All right? And that puts it in block quotes. Notice how it changes it. It shortens it up a little bit and it puts it in italic. All right? Make sure you get it all, because I did miss a little bit there. Yeah, it didn't get this either. So, all right. Sometimes you have to do this, all right, to make sure you get it all. Okay, so now we have all of the borrowed information in the article. Now, the next thing that you have to do is you need to tell the reader where you got this from. So you're going to put a couple of dots, 3 dots. So dot, dot, dot. You're going to type read more at colon, put a space. You're going to go back and tell the reader where you got the information, which is from this URL. So you're going to highlight the URL at the top. Okay, right click on it, copy it, go back to your post, and you're going to paste it right in here. Okay, so you're going to, right where your cursor is, you're going to right click, paste. All right, now you're going to put, you're going to hit the enter key, put a line in between. You're going to go back to this post now, and you need to get a summary of the post. Now, the best way to get a summary of the post, I'm going to show you 2 ways to get a summary of the post. The best way is to go back to the Alexa page where you got the article. So we took the article from the What's Hot tab, and right here is Man Finds 1.2K. Right here is the article. Now you notice down here that this summary doesn't have anything to do with this article. Sometimes that happens. Notice up here, this one actually has information to do with this article. Same with this one down here. But this one, it doesn't have any articles that relate to the post. So what you're going to have to do then is you're going to go back to your article and you're going to copy this title again, title of the article. You're going to open a new tab, and I'm using Google Chrome, okay? If you're not, you're going to go Google search. You just click Google search, and you're going to insert this title into that search bar, and you're going to, and then you're going to come up with a whole bunch of different articles that talk about this particular news item. You want to collect, you want to get a summary of the article. Okay, so all of the summaries actually can be found right underneath the title. So this is a summary, this is a summary, this is a summary, this is a summary. So I'm going to look for a summary, and I'm going to look for the most recent one. So let's grab this one. Okay, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back to my post, and I'm going to insert it right at the bottom here in block quotes. So this is a summary of the article. All right. The next thing you have to do after you've copied the summary, you need to make up a closing sentence or grab a closing sentence from the template that I gave you. So let's go back to the file with the sentence templates, and we're going to copy another one. All right, let's copy this one. We're going to paste that sentence right in the post, and we'll put it right in here. But you notice how it has it in block quotes? You want to turn that off for this sentence. To turn off the block quotes, you just highlight it and then deselect the block quote button so that it comes out in a sentence that isn't in block quotes. You want to put your name here. All right. Now you're going to hit enter, put another line in there. Now the next thing that you have to do is you need to try and find a video related to this article. We may not find a video about this article because it's a fairly specific article, but we're going to look anyway. Let's see what we found. We searched for man finds, we put the title there, we searched for it, and there's nothing there. Okay. Now, if what you might want to do, what I recommend you do is let's just delete some of that and let's just search for man finds 1.2 carat diamond. See if we find anything this way. Okay, so there is no video about a man finding a diamond in his friend's wall. So that's going to happen sometimes. You're not going to find a video. That's okay. You don't have to have a video in every post, especially if you can't find it. I mean, if you really want to score extra points with us, you could maybe put a search for, say, value of diamonds. See if they have anything on value of diamonds. So here's one on how to value a diamond. Right? It's kind of related to the article. It's not totally related to the article, but it's related to the article. So I'm going to grab that anyway. I'm going to copy this embedded HTML because I want to show you how to put a video into a post. So I'm going to find a video that's related to it. Okay, so I don't really like that video. I'm going to go to this one, and this one might be a better video. So let's go to this one and see if that one's a little better. Now, if you do this, you will get extra points. All right. So, you'll get extra points if you go this extra mile for us and put something in there that is, that is related to the post and it looks good and it's not untasteful. It's a nice looking video. We're going to put this one in. We're going to copy the embedded HTML, okay? And we're going to put this into the bottom right below. Right below the words that we've already typed in. So we're going to go to the HTML tab and we're going to go right to the very bottom. All right, you have to go in the HTML tab to do this. We're going to paste this video in there. So all I did was copy embedded HTML, then I went over here and I pasted it in. Now I'm going to put a line because now I'm going to put my tweet in there. After a video, we have to put a recent tweet about the article. So I'm going to go back to Twitter. I've already searched for this information. I'm going to just search again just to make sure I have all the updated information. All right, so there's one. You're going to take the most recent information, okay? So this one is an hour ago, an hour ago, an hour ago. This one's 37 minutes ago, 7 minutes ago. So I'm going to take the 7 minutes ago one. I'm just going to click. You notice how I clicked on the minutes, the time. See that right here? How I go over this? And it tells me that this was posted at 11:30 a.m. on the 15th of October. That was at 10 a.m. This was at 11. So this is the most recent one right here, okay? So I'm going to click right where that hand shows here. I'm going to just left click on that. It's going to open up this page, to this person's Twitter account. And I'm going to go on embed this tweet. So I'm going to click on this right here, embed this tweet. It's going to bring up a pop-up. You notice this pop-up comes up. You need to copy the HTML. So you're gonna highlight all this. You're gonna select it all. Okay, after you've selected it all, you're going to right-click on it and you're gonna copy it. You're gonna go back to your post. In the HTML tab, you're gonna paste it right below the video. So again, right-click, paste. All right. Now you add a line. In this case, I'm gonna add 2. Now you have to put the resource box. Remember I sent you 2 files. One was the sentence template file. The other was the resource box file. You need to copy the HTML from this resource box. So you're going to select it all and click copy. And you're going to paste this right at the bottom. Make sure you have a couple of lines separating the tweet from the resource box and paste it in. All right, now let's go back to our checklist to make sure that we're doing everything. All right, now we have to enter some tags about this post. To do that, what you're going to do is let's go up to the top. Let's go to the visual tab so we can see some of the writing here. We're going to type in the person's name, because in the tabs, in the tags, this is what Google is going to be looking for this is what people are going to be typing into their search, and how this blog is going to be indexed by Google. It's going to index it by the words you put in the tags. So we're going to put the person's name. We're going to put 12.2 carat diamond. We're going to put man finds. We already put his name. We put what he found. We're going to put the city where he found it. And we're going to put, let's see what else we can put in here. Okay, if we ran out of words, we're going to simply put some default words. So we're going to put Empower Network is one of them. All right, and there are some other ones you can choose from. See how it says choose from the most common used tags? You can click on that. You notice how it brings up a whole bunch of tags? Well, all you have to do is, if you're running out of tags, just select from some of these. They have to be related to the post, though. If they're not related to the post, then it's going to look weird, right? So we put Empower Network because we are on an Empower Network domain, and we put blogging because that's what we're doing. All right. Now the next thing that you have to do is you need to select a category. So I'm going to hit this down arrow right here. It's going to open up my categories, and I'm going to select news right here. Okay. Now you need to publish. Wait until this little circle is done spinning so you know it's uploaded. Then you're going to click on View Post. And you're going to syndicate it now. Now what that means is you're going to be clicking on Tweet. So we're going to be logging into this customer's account. Now if you couldn't log into this customer's account, log into your account. Okay, so in this case I logged into mine, but this would be your account that would be open, which is fine. Then you're going to go ahead and tweet this. Then you're going to go to Google Plus, and you're going to share this as well. Now notice how it's not doing anything. That's because I'm not logged in. Make sure you log into your account or the customer's account if you have their information. In this case, this is Google, so the video, everything is already defaulted to Bill Cox, so I'm just going to put, just type a little something in there just to help syndicate this. All right, so we're going to go, we're going to exit out of this. If for some reason you don't have a Twitter or a Google Plus account and you don't have the customer's information, go to the bottom here and just type in your name if you want, or type in something like you could even type in one of your sentences if you want. Remember we gave you the sentences, right? So you're going to go into the sentence template and just type in part of one of the sentences down here. Okay, so that's syndicating it. If you have a question about that, let us know. All right. Now the last thing you have to do is copy the link into the Excel file that you're going to be sending back to us. This is the file you have open. Okay, so you're going to be going to this tab over here, opening this tab called Your Blogs, Your Blogging, and you're going to be going to the post that you just finished. And you're going to copy the title, the URL for that post. And you're going to put that into the Excel file. And this is an SEO blog, so we're going to put that right into here. Okay, so that's pretty well it. What I'll do now is I'll just quickly review everything with you so that to make sure that you did everything properly. We know we copied the title. We also, we copied the title. We copied the image, and we also linked the image. Remember, when the way to test that is if I was checking this blog, for example, and I wanted to make sure that you did it properly, I would go here and I would click on this. See how the hand shows up? That means that you linked it. Okay, so that's done properly. We copied a sentence and we signed it. So see at the top here, this sentence right here, you posted that in, pasted that in with your name. So that's done. Down at the bottom here, you got the closing sentence. You have the borrowed information along with the link. And you also have the summary there, right? So we know we did that one's right. Those ones right. So we made up the sentence, 40% of the article. We copied the summary. We made a closing sentence. We posted a video. We posted a tweet. We posted the resource box. We entered the tags. We selected a category. We published the post. We syndicated it, and we copied it. So we did all of the steps. So you get full points for this one. All right. Now we're going to go on to the next video. I'm going to stop now, and I'm going to make another video. This one's going to be on viral blogging. All right. So most of the blogs that you're going to do are going to be viral blogs, and then the other ones are going to be SEO. But you have to make sure that you do the SEO with all of these steps, or our customers won't be happy with the work. So all right, so I'm going to leave it at that. And like I say, when you do your test, make sure you have this video accessible, and you could always pause it, do a step, play it again, pause it, do a step, play it. Just use the video as you go. All right, talk to you later.